1996. Upon arrival in Moscow, Vladimir Putin holds the position of deputy head of the administration of the President of the Russian Federation, makes new friends with the criminals and the elite of Moscow, and he continues to earn money using a variety of fraud schemes. Due to the assistance of Western intelligence services, he has the opportunity for smooth and beneficial cooperation with foreign entrepreneurs. This allows him to use Russian industry for personal gain. One such scheme, which has been operating since 1994, was the Sviatoslav firm, which got a license for export of high-quality cotton abroad from Vladimir Putin. In their turn, the countries receiving the shipments of cotton, according to the terms of the contract, were committed to provide Russia with foodstuff costing $76 million. However, the funds were transferred to Vladimir Putin's personal account through Dresden Bank, and later, at the direction of Harold Schein and Georgy Palkin, to the Neox Bank account. Petersburg never received the food. The documents of the Sviatoslav firm indicate a certain Moscow address, where the money from non-existent sales was transferred to. There is no Sviatoslav firm registered at this address at all, but Unicom Bank directly connected with Dresden Bank, with Juldasbek Aitjanov as a board of directors member who headed the Moscow Textile Manufacturing Corporation. Juldasbek Aitjanov, born on July 24, 1963 in the city of Chust, Namangan region, chairman of the Council of Higher Education of the Republic of Uzbekistan. In 1983 to 1988, he was studying at the Tashkent State Economic University, Industrial Technologies faculty. In 1990, he started his career in the industrial sector, working as a socio-economic development specialist in Uzbekistan. Since 1996, he has been the head of the Moscow Textile Manufacturing Corporation. The position of the deputy director of Unicom Bank is held by Yuri Lvov, who simultaneously is the president of St. Petersburg Bank, whose shareholder is Vladimir Putin. Yuri Ivanovich Lvov was born in 1945 in the city of Leningrad, where he graduated from the Leningrad Financial and Economic Institute with a degree in finance and credit, then worked in the system of construction banks. He chaired the directorate of the Construction Bank of the Leningrad region for 8 years, in 1979-1987. From 1987 to 1994, he headed the Leningrad regional office of Jelsotsbank. In 1994, he became the president of the bank St. Petersburg. It was the Yuri Lvov, together with Vladimir Putin, who created the first St. Petersburg currency exchange. Under the strict guidance of Vladimir Putin, contracts are signed with Western partners for the sale of metal, timber and oil products shipped abroad in huge quantities. Al-Sakaya Group was one of such partner companies, registered in the United Arab Emirates. The company gets licenses for the export of timber for about 1 billion rubles, always issued by Vladimir Putin. Raw materials are shipped in bulk abroad, and the money is transferred to the Western accounts of Neox Bank, indicated by the intelligence services, where it is managed by Vladimir Putin. Applying the same scheme, Vladimir Putin creates the Russian Forest Company, which, thanks to the seaport of St. Petersburg JSC, provides timber transshipment services to England in the amount of 832 million rubles, and in return, England ships food in sugar. However, the sugar mysteriously disappears right in the port of St. Petersburg. After the investigation conducted by the law enforcement agencies, controlled by Vladimir Putin, it is reported that the sugar has melted, and one of the company's leaders, Andrei Lazarev, responsible for negotiating with Western partners on food supplies to Russia, drowned under unclear circumstances. Along with illegal earnings, Vladimir Vladimirovich oversees exterior economic relations with foreign companies on behalf of the Russian Federation and controls all contractual and legal activities. Under his supervision, the companies outside the Russian Federation, designed to manage the Kremlin's property abroad, are established. (1997). In the African city of Abidjan, at one of the conferences on gold mining companies' cooperation between Russia and Africa, a young interpreter, Adiola, representing one of the African companies, came into view of Vladimir Putin. Later, Vladimir Vladimirovich meets her. Vladimir Putin immediately had his eye on the young girl. Sometime later, Vladimir Putin again, but on personal matters, visits Abidjan, where enjoys his time with the African mistress Adiola. Now the earnings of Vladimir Putin are transferred not only to the bank accounts known to the Western intelligence agencies, but to the territory of Africa, where expensive property is purchased and the new mistress is arranging a better life. The Western intelligence agencies did not like it much, but Vladimir Putin managed to set his own terms, which the intelligence services had to accept and continue their cooperation under the new circumstances. While holding his new position in Moscow, Vladimir Putin continues to demonstrate his former influence on St. Petersburg and the city's entrepreneurs, making it clear that the city is under his complete control. He arranges regular visits of different officials to St. Petersburg, not forgetting to fulfill the tasks set by Western intelligence services, and to do business with the criminal world. In the criminal circles, Vladimir Vladimirovich keeps close ties with old friends, namely with Vladimir Barsukov, Alexei Miller, and Ilya Traber.
Это останется с нами навсегда. Но это не помешает нам найти и наказать преступников. Мы должны делать это без срока давности, знать их всех поименно. Мы будем искать их везде, где бы они ни прятались. Мы их найдем в любой точке планеты и покараем.
In one of the telephone conversations, a criminal confidant of Vladimir Putin reports that businessman Maxim Fraidzon has come into their view. Fraidzon is trying to establish the production of weapons for Russian law enforcement agencies on the model of the US smoothbore shotguns in St. Petersburg. Since Vladimir Putin began to control the St. Petersburg business back under Anatoly Sobchak, he sends one of his friends, Vladimir Barsukov, to meet with Maxim Fraidzon after receiving the information. Fraidzon Maxim Robertovich, born in Leningrad, Ph.D., Physical and Mathematical Sciences, Russian businessman, founder of a company for the production of US-style police weapons in the Russian Federation. Barsukov introduces himself as an assistant to Vladimir Putin, having discussed the conditions for doing business. During the conversation, he hands over to Fraidzon a document from Vladimir Vladimirovich, which indicated the amount of $200,000, the payment that will allow him to work without problems. Maxim Fraidzon realizes that there is no choice and agrees to cooperate with Vladimir Putin. Further, all financial issues with Maxim Fraidzon are supervised by a confidant of Vladimir Putin, Alexei Miller. Having gained much broader power and the support of foreign intelligence services, on July 25, 1998, Vladimir Putin becomes a chairman of the FSB and proceeds to the implementation of the main tasks set by his case officer from the Western Intelligence Service, Georgy Palkin, to reform the FSB structure, reducing the unsuitable for Western Intelligence Services staff.
Должен выполнить поручение президента и представить вновь назначенного директора Федеральной службы безопасности Владимира Владимировича Путина. Указ подписан Борисом Николаевичем в субботу.